the situation. The EU steel industry is a cornerstone of Europe's economy, and its health and global standing are essential to ensure strategic autonomy, including our capabilities across many sectors like defence or automotive. However, global overcapacity driven by non-market policies and practices is threatening the long-term competitiveness of European steel. In just a decade, the EU steel trade balance has deteriorated dramatically, from 11 million tonne surplus to 10 million tonne deficit. Steel production is declining, with 65 million tonnes lost since 2007, and nearly half of that happened over the last couple of years, since 2018. Our current production stands at 126 million tonnes, but capacity utilisation is only 67%, which is well below the healthy 80% benchmark and below profitable levels. 30,000 jobs have been lost since 2018, and meanwhile other economies are rapidly expanding their steel sectors, and this is no longer just one country issue. The global overcapacity crisis is reaching critical levels. 602 million tonnes in 2024 are projected to further grow to 721 million tonnes by 2027, which is, by the way, 5 times the annual EU demand. On top of this, third countries are closing off their markets. They are raising tariffs, they are introducing safeguards, while the EU market remains largely open and under intense import pressure. That is why the Commission is acting decisively, following extensive consultations with our stakeholders, and this proposed steel regulation should help to restore balance to the EU steel market. Turning to the key elements of the proposed measure. A new import regime replacing the current safeguards that expires on the 30th of June 2026 will cut the tariff-free import quota by 47%, from 33 million tonnes to 18.3 million tonnes. Introduce a prohibitive 50% out-of-quota tariff. Imports from all third countries except European Economic Area partners will be covered, while importers must disclose where the steel was melted and poured to increase the traceability. These measures are WTO compatible, clearly allowed under existing rules, and unlike others, the EU continues to be open and will transparently engage with partners under GATT Article 28, offering compensation. Later this week, on October 10, I will attend the Global Forum on Steel Excess Capacity on the margins of the G20 Ministerial in South Africa and engage with international partners. We remain committed to a rules-based trade system and our global network of free trade agreements, including with the key steel-producing countries. But we must also act decisively to defend Europe's interest. And I'm glad that we are in sync not only with our stakeholders, but also with the most affected member states and the key members of the European Parliament across the 3 main political groups. Therefore, I trust that the co-legislator will work swiftly to turn these proposals into action, exactly as Stefan was calling for. And so to conclude, I would underscore that this is necessary, effective, yet balanced measure to protect the vital sector of our economy, to support jobs and deliver on Europe's strategic goals. Thank you.